Are you open to other local sort of businesses that are, have a decent affiliation, or there's some synergy to come in? Do you have room?
Well, we're sort of skimpy on space right now because we've sort of grown faster in directions. But what we usually like to do is food. We like food-related things that are related to eating is our first priority.
Right.
So most everybody that you see here has something to do with food or our philosophy, which is green and earth.
So I wasn't talking about jewelry makers. I was talking about food folks.
Right, and we are a small business incubator because one of our missions too is to help small businesses grow. Because again, if you're talking about the future, if small business is the backbone of America, I think we all need a chiropractor at this point because we're not doing enough to help the small businesses.
Yeah. Amen.
So, and that's a whole nother day. But we're trying to create a small business district in the Five Points area. Haven't gotten a whole lot of traction from the government, but that's what we're trying to do. Is to have a designated small business district where small businesses could go and grow into something a little bit larger.
I mean, this would be one great facility for lots of things. So you really have a nice facility here, and so you can see why your mind can go pretty wild on just types of things that you could do. And Bev and I've talked just a little bit. I'd love to see a little art group in here, or bands after closing hour at 7 o'clock, and musicians, and it's just a perfect venue.
Well, we do have musicians on Fridays that come and jam.
Oh, good.
They come in and they can either go up by the cows or they can stay here in the cafe area and do a little picking.
Oh, good.
And we encourage that. We do have a library. We have a lending library where if people want to come and just chill out, read a book, or if they want to bring a book or take a book, that's what that space is there for.
And so the people that come and pick and play, they're coming in during business hours?
Yes.
Oh, great.
They usually come in Friday evening somewhere around 5:30.
Okay.
6 o'clock, and they'll just ask if they can set up somewhere. We don't mind.
Oh, great.
Because that's all about the supporting local. And I will say that we want to start programming the market. This is one of my dreams that I've had for a while, is to have during lunchtime is to actually play local music from the local band. So if we get the CDs from them, we can then help them and promote them during our lunch hours.
That's great.
Well, if the local bands are watching and they want to come in and play, we'll find a way to come down and broadcast and webcast them, and that would be kind of fun to do.
Actually, I've already talked to one, and they're interested.
Okay.
Yep.
Great, that's awesome. Yeah, because we have a wonderful outdoor patio on a nice day. That's a great space.
And even your parking lot is gated, so you can, it's really nice.
So that is interesting, because I've driven by on 26th Street at least 100 times in the last couple years, and have never noticed the gated parking lot, because you're driving by and you're not even looking, you're just looking down the street. So it really is a very nice, secure, safe area to park your car, and it would make a really great place to have an outdoor little hoedown, barbecue.
And we do that. In the fall, we have what we call a homegrown local zone, and we invite local musicians, and it's a 2-day festival. Usually we start on Friday night and go Saturday and Sunday.
That's a great idea.
And honor our local musicians as well as the local harvest that's coming in. Because fall is really everybody thinks summer is the big season, but fall is the really big season for local produce.
And so one last question, and then you can keep going. But for me, it's this notion of the local produce versus the corporate, grown produce. Can you talk more about that from 2 points of view? One is from kind of a health point of view, and then the other is from a kind of taste flavor point of view?
They're related.
Yeah, okay.
They're related. Generally, what we find at our grocery stores is produce that's been genetically modified, which means that it's been tampered with, and it's made to look pretty because and to ship, because it's usually picked green, and then it's put on a truck and trucked about 12 to 1,500 miles, and then it's gassed, and then it's put on the shelf. So by the time it gets to you, I always say you can probably get more nutritional value out of the paper bag that you brought it home in than the produce that you purchased. But once you've tasted, a prime example of the May peas, after you've tasted a fresh May pea, you'll never go back to a canned pea or a frozen pea. I mean, it's just amazing, the flavor that you get and the nutritional value. And that's why we're here on Church Street, is because we want the nutritional value to get to all people and not just some people, because everyone deserves good tasting food. And we want to teach them how to make that good tasting food in our cafe. We do have cooking demos and different types of activities that we have that will help them, recipes and so forth. So it's pretty exciting.
So I mean, and again, I don't notice it as much in produce, just, I'm not sure why, but I notice it in, we buy sometimes chicken out in Suffolk, and I can't think of the name of the little store out there, but it's a little store, and the little chicken thighs are kind of tiny.
Right.
But I think they're local, I think they're tiny. And then you buy the ones in the big grocery store, and I've never seen a chicken that big that could actually possibly have that thigh. But they're at least 2 to 3 times bigger. So I assume that's because of, I don't know what it's because of.
The hormones and the feed that they have them on, it pumps them up. And I encourage everyone, if they haven't seen Food Inc., to please do that, because it's an amazing film and it's so on time and on target, because our food has changed more in the last 50 years than it has in the last 10,000. And it's all because we've started messing with our food. We've started playing with our food and processing it, and we're paying the price for it. When you have childhood obesity, 1 out of 3 in the Caucasian community and 2 out of 3 in the African American community that has a childhood obesity problem, we have a problem. And we are what we eat. And if we continue to live like this, these children are not going to live as long as we have, because there's just no way they can do that. So we're down to some serious business here.
All right.
Well, that's great. Well,
on that happy note,
we're gonna wrap it up. But the people here at 5 Points Community Farm Market, I got to say that very slowly, are doing their part. But seriously, you ought to come back down here. It's a great place. Bev is wonderful. Your staff is incredibly friendly. We're going to have a sandwich after this.
We're going to enjoy some lunch.
I've had the chicken salad. I can say it's wonderful.
I had the crab cake, and it was better than good.
So we're going to do that right now, and they're going to sign off. Hopefully we will be back when there's some music playing, and we would invite you to watch and join us again. So Bev, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will be doing this again.
Excellent. Thank you.